Hi, it's Kylie Coo. Welcome to my studio. So it's Saturday, 2nd December, and I thought I would just sit down at my art table today and try and get something done. So I'm just going to start and just kind of chat a bit throughout this. It's pretty cold. I did show some footage at the start. We've had some snow, not a lot, but it's gone bitterly cold, so it's kind of frozen solid. So I've got a nice hot cup of coffee. Put that there. I've got my big winter art jumper on. It's all ragged and baggy, but I love it. It's great for in the studio at this time of year. A lot of what's here hasn't changed. I'm just going to do some work in this today. I know a couple of you have made some of these, and I thought I would just have a play in this today and maybe chat as a play. I might put some of it to music. We shall see. That was the image that was on there. I was actually thinking I might put that on at the back at some point, so I better not lose it, but we'll see. Yeah, various bits and pieces lying about, so don't feel organised, but that's okay. I'm going to try not to use much by way of wet stuff today, because if I do, the jumper goes in it and whatnot. So just going to call this a vlog because I'm going to be kind of chatting at the same time, bringing you up to date on things. I'm just looking for a page to start on. So yeah, it's been pretty cold. I quite fancy doing something across here. I've got some collage images here that I just pulled out my folder. We'll use one of those. Tons of scraps just in this. I tend, when I have a clear off of my work table, just to throw everything into a tub. I then try and organise it sometimes, but it doesn't always do very well. I like the colours of that. It's a possibility. And I think I'm just going to use a glue stick today. Might need something to cut or tear with. So I was out for a little while yesterday afternoon and early evening. I came home early because of the weather, basically, and the roads. Oh, that's torn, that's okay. I think when I got home about 7 p.m, it was about -8 maybe, which is around, I don't know, I think that's about 17F, something like that. You know, get it colder, but in terms of road conditions and that's pretty cold. I don't know where I'm going with this, but we won't worry. We will just keep going. So it's warmed up a little bit today. It's now about -2 centigrade, I think, which is, it's about 28F just now, Fahrenheit. But I think the temperature's set to drop again later, so I am hopefully now in for the day. Had to nip out this morning, but hopefully here for the day now, which should mean that I can get this video edited and up. I'm going to try not to put this on at speed, because sometimes it's actually quite nice just to watch something at real speed, because I think when you put things on at speed, it can sometimes make it look as if you're achieving something really quickly. And as I've said probably 100 times on this channel, that I actually work very slowly. I think I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to put it right over the middle so it goes on to that next page. I don't have a scraper, so I shall just use a piece of card. Oh, look at that. Never mind. Looks better that way. So, I feel like this is the first time I've actually sat down at my work table for a while, and partly because I have been working on the lesson that I'm doing in One Badass Art Journal 2024, which is hosted by T.R. Smith, and to Cindy, who commented saying that she had smiled, laughed, whatever, at me saying badass. Yeah, I totally get that. It's not part of my normal vocabulary. I think it's a word used more in North America rather than in Scotland, but it's okay. I can embrace it, because that's what the course is actually all about. Embracing your inner badass, or exploring your inner badass. So, yeah. So a few of you have signed up to that already, so thank you for that. And I will actually leave the link, my link to it below, which will take you to the One Badass Art Journal 2024 sort of landing page. And you can have a look at that and see if it interests you, see who the various instructors are. I think 17 in total, so it's a good group. Okay, so I went with that blue, and I've introduced this bit of, I think that was a spray, I can't remember which one it is. And I've just spotted this bit of collage, and I'm actually thinking that might go quite well. But I don't know which piece. There is absolutely no plan to this, as you can probably tell. And that is really how I like to work a lot of the time. I did mean to kind of note the time that I started this, because I have a tendency that when I sit and talk to the camera, rather than doing a voiceover, I have a tendency actually to kind of lose track of time, and then it becomes too long, and then sometimes I have to end up editing it, and everything that I've said just goes by the by. Don't mind a straight edge for the bottom, but I don't want it, this bit. Oh, that almost looks like a hill. Right. So, there's something else I was going to let you know about, and I can't remember now what it was. I haven't progressed my other painting yet, the one that I showed a couple of weeks ago. I will show you it in case you're not sure what I'm talking about. This one. I maybe did add a little bit more colour, I can't remember, but I'm enjoying in some ways just sitting, it's sitting on the easel, or one of the easels, and yeah, I kind of look at it every time I come into the studio, and I still plan to move it on a bit, but you know, sometimes I think it's almost finished as is without doing too much here, but yeah, I'll reach a decision on that at some point, but it's not moved on any, I don't think, since I showed you it last time. I watched a video this morning by Birdie, the recycled hippie chick, and she had made a little journal like this. So she named me in her video just to say that she'd made it, so that was good, but it was funny because she had some crunchy snow at the beginning of her video, so if you're watching this, Birdie, I hope you can listen to the bit of crunchy snow I put in. I did leave a comment saying we had it as well. That's dried out already. quite like the yellow up there. Looks almost like a sunset. And now I'm wondering about this here. I'm going to take some of this off. Not at all, but just a bit. I've probably said this before, but the tissue paper I use, the Carnival tissue paper, which I've used for years, absolutely love it. If you tear it one way, it is great. It just tears almost in a straight line, but when you go to tear the other way, it just goes all over the place. Right, not sure if I like that or not, but I do like the yellow against this, which is now looking like hills. Pulled a few images. Oh, I quite like, she would look good maybe on there. Okay, I'm going to cut her out, so I won't record me cutting out, but we'll see what happens after I do. So I quite like the fact she's walking along these tracks there, so I think I'm going to leave those in. And then I just need to decide where to put her. I'm not loving this bit. I actually like these better, perhaps more as bits of sky, so kind of more dramatic across the top. I don't want to rip the page entirely, but by the same token, it's a scrappy journal, so it's okay. That's interesting because that bit of cloud almost joins onto that hill. Oh, I don't know. going to think for a minute. Right, I've looked out a few more scraps, and I think I'm just going to stop thinking and just start gluing and see where we get to. I think I definitely want her in it because I like that sense of her walking. Don't know if I'm going to leave the tracks, but I probably will speed this bit up because I could be a little while on it, and I think I'm distracting myself by speaking, believe it or not. Okay.
Blue dude, blue moon, kinda mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it? Talking bullshit. It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Blue dude, bad mood, sorta witty and jaded, but let's not talk about you. Your coyote song on a rerun. Are you hound dog tired, singing all night long? Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Not blue dude, blue moon, been one or two since I ran into you. Do you need a picture? Well, that gets old. It's hard to take one when your iPhone's full. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Not blue. Coffee in a paper cup. The engine starts right up. Clip myself into the middle seat. Daddy liked talk radio. On gravel he would drive real slow. He told me let's go see what we could see. We pulled into the empty lot before the pavement got too hot. Underneath her leafy crown, the only shade for miles and miles around. With branches low like spiral stairs, we climbed into her maiden hair. You feel like you can really fly up there. My hand in his so patiently, we watched from our proud little tree. He hummed a little song to me. Suddenly the air would shake, the jet plane filled up all the space. The wheels went up and got so near, the leaves would fall like paper tears. My heart is high. Big open sky
I love what I call free flow creating, where it's kind of intuitive. It's just feeling my way through a page to I get to the point where I feel, yeah, it kind of makes sense. You know, I was drawn to using this image of this woman. She was on these kind of tracks. The papers I put down to begin with, I ended up not liking them, although I was attracted to the paper to begin with. I don't know, today I just then thought, no, I need to change it up. So I added one of my kind of distressed collage pieces in the back. Obviously this was a magazine image. Stuck various other bits of papers down. Drew this kind of thought, why am I drawing it's like a sun. Maybe it's wishful thinking, you know, looking for warmer weather for sun when it's so cold. Then I thought, I'm going to look for some found words. And what popped up right away? It led me to the sunlight. So, free flow creative play in my scrappy journal. So I hope you can take something from this. I was starting to overthink it. That's really why I stopped talking, because it was like I couldn't talk and do this at the same time. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's a scrappy journal. You know, I'm not looking to create great, magnificent pieces of art. It is what it is, and I've enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy watching it. there were some other things I was going to tell you about and I just can't remember. I need to start making a list. But, you know, if you are interested in the One Badass Art Journal 2024, in which I am a teacher this year, one of 17 guest teachers, then do check out the link below. You can check out the link without actually committing to enrolling, but it would just tell you a bit more, or watch my video from a few days ago, which also explains a bit more. Right, I'm going to call it at that, and I hope to be back with another video fairly soon. I am trying to think about, I think I've been on YouTube nearly 8 years now. I think it was the beginning of 2016 I started. So does that make it 8 years? I won't sit here and do the arithmetic just now, but kind of thinking about where I go next with the channel, what I do. Obviously I had that bit of a gap a while back, you know, where things were just kind of not very regular in terms of posting, and I just want to think about where I take it next year. A lot of it will be probably much the same, but maybe just a bit more kind of, I don't know, I was going to say a bit more organised and knowing what I'm going to bring, but hey, this is me, this is the way I create sometimes. I will work on bigger stuff when I feel inclined to. I have paintings that can sit for a long time and then I'll go back to them. That's where I love little things like this, where, you know, I can just sit down and kind of do a page or whatever. So, right, I shall leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.